Okay, there we go. We're good now. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear my mic there. I forgot I had to unhook it for something because I was using it on my laptop and yeah, it's pretty much how my day's going. All right, so I'll put it to you this way: I am usually not good at these mock drafts, but I figured I'd do one. So as I said in the chat, we'll start out with the regular one, and then we will do trades. And I am using Pro Football Focus's mock draft. So, okay, hold up. I just want to do the first rounds. And also bear in mind the Dolphins do not have a first round pick. I guess I will eventually do like a mock of what I think the Rams, Dolphins, Broncos, Browns, and Niners will do, but let's get this one out of the way first. All right. All right. So start draft. I don't want to do trades right now. Okay, so we start off with the Carolina Panthers. So obviously we know about them trading up with the Bears to move up to the first overall pick, and well, we remember how much they gave up, like 2 firsts, DJ Moore, and can't remember the other picks they gave up. So my thing is, they're gonna go with quarterback, just which one? Personally, I think it's gotta be Stroud or Young. I mean, could I see them taking a chance on Richardson? Maybe. Do I see them taking a chance on Levis? No. Levis, I've said it once, I've said it again. He's one of those guys that's going to have to go to the right situation where he can sit a year. It's I feel like that's why he's got a lot of those Josh Allen comps on him. Because remember how raw Josh Allen was coming out of Wyoming. So my thing is here, it's like Stroud has the better upside and it's the safer pick, but you've also got Young. But my only thing with Young is the size concern. So this, I mean, what do you guys in the chat think? I am leaning towards Stroud, but like I said, if anything that's not CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, I think it's going to be a monumental shocker. I mean, I've heard they could go for Anthony Richardson, but again, do I see it? I mean, honestly, if I'm the Panthers, I'm at least going with Stroud just because it's the safe pick. And I don't know. I still can't believe there were rumors of the Bears trying to take a quarterback, and I'm all like, are you serious? The Bears taking a quarterback. I'm like, it's like the year the Titans had the first overall pick, and they traded back to a quarterback-hungry team, and, well, that quarterback-hungry team being the Rams that year. Which we know about that quarterback class. I believe, I actually think Brandon Perna did a video on that draft class a couple days ago. Alright, so we go to the second overall pick, which is the Texans. Now, obviously, they are in dire need of a quarterback. If you think they're going to go with Davis Mills again, you are wrong, and I can't even look at you right now. I mean, when you start Davis Mills in a situation like that, it's not to win games, it's to tank. It is to tank. So, honestly, I think it's got to be Bryce Young. In my opinion, with the Texans, it's Bryce Young or bust. But I say that if CJ Stroud is off the board. I could be wrong, but I think it could go either way. Now, the number 3 overall pick here. This is going to be really interesting because, like, okay, the Cardinals, they don't need a quarterback, but they're in a rebuild. And we don't know if Kyler Murray is even going to play at all. Personally, I don't think Kyler plays this year. But what do they go with? Because they need offensive line. They need their J.J. Watt replacement. So it's like they got options they can go with here. I mean, they could go with Will Anderson. I mean, maybe you take a chance on Jalen Carter, but my only thing with Jalen Carter, do you want to take a chance on a guy? Is he even going to play his rookie year? Because remember, those allegations on him are still hanging. Because he's kind of fell off the mock boards a couple times. I mean, like I said, they need to replace J.J. Watt. They need offensive line help. I mean, honestly, unless somebody trades up with them, it's got to be Will Anderson. And I guess that could at least be their J.J. Watt replacement. Now, here's where it gets interesting for the Colts. So, I think it's obvious they need a QB. They want a QB. Only thing is it Levis or is it Richardson? Either way, these are two guys that are likely going to have to sit a year. But thing is, Richardson has the higher upside, but like Levis, it's all like, how good is his mobility? And he's extremely raw. And he did not really have the best of seasons at times at Kentucky. So, I mean, well, you gotta also think the Colts are still in the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. There's actually a couple different teams I could think of that's in that situation. I mean, okay, for now, I guess it's gotta be Anthony Richardson, but I also wouldn't be shocked if they take a chance on Will Levis. But either way, those are two guys that are likely going to have to sit a year. Alright, Seahawks. Kind of an interesting situation. I mean, you could make the argument they could go quarterback, have the quarterback sit behind Geno for a year or two, but I mean, Geno's not going anywhere anytime soon. They paid him in the offseason. It's they do need defensive line help. They could go offensive line. It's I mean, they could go best available on the well, and they got 2 first-round picks too, so I guess whatever need they don't get here, they could pick up with the 20th overall pick. But well, I mean, Will Anderson also makes sense to the Seahawks, but I could see Tyree Wilson going here. If that makes sense. I mean, I don't know what you guys in the chat think, but it's gotta be. So the Lions, again, another interesting situation here where Well, you need wide receiver and tight end help, but you also need help on the D line. I mean, I could also see the Lions maybe trying to trade up, but I don't know. Of course, they got 2 picks in this draft as well. They got the 6th overall pick, and then they have the 18th overall pick. Ooh. Well, I mean, their offensive line, I think, for the most part, is alright. I mean, honestly, I could maybe see them going Miles Murphy out of Clemson, maybe. That could possibly be what I think they go with. Or Brian Breesy. Again, I know what you're thinking, Jalen Carter, but again, is he going to play this year? Because those allegations on him are still out there. Cansey out of Pitt, that would be a good one. Okay, I mean, honestly, I actually could kind of see that myself, kind of going with the safe pick. Because, I mean, like I said, I respect the greatness for Jalen Carter, but like I said, we don't know what's going to come of those allegations. Raiders, this is another team I could see trying to trade up, and they need a quarterback bad. I mean, yeah, you signed Jimmy Garoppolo, but I do not think he's your long-term answer. I mean, we know what the Raiders are doing. They're trying to clone the Patriots. Let's get that out of the way. They are trying to clone the Patriots, and because, well, if you think about it, Josh McDaniels, his tenure with the Raiders is kind of getting similar to the Broncos. Because remember, he ran a quarterback out of town, brought in his own guy. Because it's like, I can't remember, it was, I think was it Jay Cutler, I think? I think that's who it was. Anyway, runs him out, drafts Tim Tebow. I mean, honestly, if Levis is available, unless they trade up, I think they gotta go Levis. Because, again, Levis is one of those guys that's going to have to sit for a year. Especially because of how raw he was coming out of college. Now, the Falcons, it's going to be interesting to see what the Falcons do here because they've slowly been rebuilding the defense, but I really think they need to go offense, and I'm sure they need a quarterback, but I think they're probably going to give Desmond Ridder at least one go at it. Personally, I think he's got 1 year, and if he sucks it up, they will be drafting a quarterback. But what? I mean, they need wide receiver help bad. They need defensive line. Oh boy. I mean, they don't really need. They don't really need a corner. I mean, I guess you could draft a corner, but the only thing with that is You brought in Jeff Okuda, but what is he gonna do for you? I mean, his tenure in Detroit, he could not stay healthy. It's. I don't know. Honestly, they need defense. They do need defensive line help, and actually, I think they take a chance on Jalen Carter. I know it's probably a reach given his disciplinary problems with his accusations, but I mean, if they're gonna go for best available on defense and he's still on the board, I could see them taking a shot at him. The Bears. Okay, there's a couple different ways the Bears could go with this because, well, they need offensive line help. They need corner help bad. They need defensive line. I mean, they could go wide receiver as well. I mean, honestly, when I was doing my notes offline, I think even I got them going for Devin Witherspoon. Because, I mean, think about it. He's right in their backyard, played for Illinois. And, I mean, they really do need corner. They really do need help at corner. But I could see them going offensive line as well. Eagles, it's going to get interesting because they got two picks. They got the Saints pick, and then they got their own pick at 30. What do they do here? I mean, they do. I mean, I don't really see why they would need a receiver. You got A.J. Brown. Secondary, you need a safety, but this isn't a very deep safety class. I mean, I guess you could go offensive line, because I mean, Jason Kelsey's not getting any younger. Neither is Lane Johnson. I mean, honestly, I could see them going with Skronsky out of Northwestern. I mean, if you think about it, he fills a need because, like I said, that offensive line for Philly is not getting any younger. Then we have Tennessee, and boy, they need a wide receiver. They need wide receiver help bad, especially when all you really got is Traylon Burks. But you really need offensive line help too. I mean, it's I yeah, because like I said, you look at their offensive line and it was atrocious. Honestly, I think they'd probably go offensive line here. The only thing is, which one do they go with? Uh, ooh. I don't really know much about these offensive line prospects. But like I said, uh Honestly, I think they gotta go offensive line. I mean, they need receiver help bad, but you gotta protect your quarterback, whoever your quarterback's gonna be. I also wouldn't rule out Tennessee trying to go after a quarterback, especially after the reports that they're not sold on Malik Willis. The Texans, I think Texans go wide receiver right here. And honestly, I could actually see Jackson Smith and Jigba going here. So, the Jets. Here's where it's going to get interesting for the Jets, because, I mean, I could see why they need a tackle, because, for being honest, I done forgot his name. Offensive lineman out of Louisville a couple years ago. He cannot stay healthy, and they do need linebacking help. God, who? Trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. I can't remember the dude's name. But yeah, 2020 draft. He was taken by the Jets out of Louisville. Hey, Kira. I cannot remember that. God, what was that guy's name? I cannot remember who it was. He played at Louisville, that's all I know. Okay, I think I found it. Mekhi Becton, that's who it was. I could not remember that dude's name, but yeah, it was Mekhi Becton out of Louisville. But yeah, I mean, I could see them going tackle just because is he going to be able to stay healthy? I'm also not ruling out the Jets. I'm also not ruling out the Jets trading that pick to get Aaron Rodgers. But I'm not doing trades right now. But I mean, what would be the best linebacker available? Mm, ooh, this is not not a lot of linebackers high ranked. I think they gotta go tackle. And I don't really know much on this offensive line class. Kira, I don't think Bijan's going in top 10. I mean, I could see a team trying to trade up, but I just don't see people taking a running back that high. Well, Ezekiel Elliott is a big example of that. Take him 4th overall. You had to overpay him with 2 years left on his deal. Now he's not there. Wait. Kira, I don't... You got the Falcons taking a wideout, but I honestly think they go defense. The only reason I don't have Jalen Carter higher is because of his legal issues. Anyway, we go to the Patriots. Now, I don't really... Okay, I do kind of understand why quarterback is listed as a need, because we don't know what the Mac Jones situation is going to be like. They need offensive line help. They need help on the defensive line. Honestly, here's what the Patriots are going to do. They're probably going to take an offensive lineman that... No, they're going to do what they did last year, probably. Take an offensive lineman that out of nowhere that probably wasn't even favored to go to like 3rd or 4th round. I'm gonna disagree with you on that, Kira, because I don't think they're in need of a QB right now, especially not after they paid Geno what they paid him. Now, last year of his contract, I might could see it, but as of right now, no. The Patriots. Well, if we're being honest, if Miles Murphy falls this far, that would be the ideal pick for them. But I don't know. I may do another mock draft later on, but I know I'm probably way off on a couple of these. Packers. I don't really know why quarterback is a need. I mean, you're going to have to see what you got in Jordan Love. That's why I think they have to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Because it's like, if you don't, then... I don't know. The Packers are in such a weird situation. No, Kira, it's too early to give that assessment. I do think he was set up to fail last year because he had Pencil Dick calling plays. That's what everyone called Matt Patricia. Or at least that's what Brandon Perna called him. And then you had Joe Judge calling plays. I think Bill O'Brien being their coordinator helps, but what hurt him was Josh McDaniels leaving, which he shouldn't even be a head coach now, if that tells you how bad he is. Packers. I mean, Packers could go receiver, but I think they address that in the later rounds. Tight end. I don't think they go for one this early. The tight end class I've heard is deep. Yeah, but you had them taking Jordan Addison out of USC. They do need receiver help, but I don't know. They need to work on their defense more than their offense. I mean, offensive line wasn't a problem, but the fact of the matter is they refuse. And you're probably not going to like them to say this, but if they're not going to use Kyle Pitts, they at least need to trade him and get some capital for him. Because it's like, why would they draft him when they're not even going to use him? Or maybe go after a tight end in the later rounds just for depth? I don't know. Either way, that division is dog shit this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if that division goes below 500 again. Kind of like what they did this year and what the NFC East did a couple years ago. Uh, I mean, honestly, the Packers, I think, probably go defense. If I had to guess. Wait, special team? Why am I looking at special teams? No special teamer's gonna go this far. I can't remember his name, but there was a guy Tom Grossi likes that. He thinks this guy's going to go to the Packers, but I can't remember who it was. I mean, Packers need safety help. They need defensive line. Ooh. Okay, wait, here's who it was. Really, I think they go defensive line, but I do know that's the guy Tom Grossi was really wanting. Nolan Smith out of Georgia. And here's another one that could go either way, was the Commanders. Now, they need a quarterback, but to be honest, can I really see them trading up for one though? I mean, if they're gonna go quarterback, they may wait till next year. I say try for Caleb Williams, but the worst team in the league will get him. Well, if they need a QB, that is. And I mean, that's kind of how the Commanders are. They're a quarterback away from truly contending because they've got the defense, they've got the run game, they've got the receivers, and they're finally getting that scumbag Dan Snyder out of there. So you might be able to get free agents to come play for you now. What do I think of Brian Breesy? He's got potential. He's got potential. I just can't remember what the mock draft had him at. I could see him being a late first rounder. He showed flashes of being good at Clemson. But the Commanders... It could go offensive line. It could go defense. What do they do here? Like I said, they could go offensive line, which... Okay, is this a down year for offensive linemen? Because some of these O-linemen I have never heard of. Well, I've heard of Harris. I've seen Harrison and Morrison out of OU, clearly, but and then Jones out of Georgia, but other than that, a lot of these other guys I've never heard of, like guy out of North Dakota State, Syracuse. Oh wait, speaking of which, what if Belichick decide to take another Chattanooga offensive lineman? Huh? Kidding, I doubt he does that. Take an offensive lineman out of Chattanooga. See, the thing is, under offensive tackle, it doesn't say, like, if any of these guys are, like, guard or center. It just has them all under tackle. Yeah. Honestly, I think the Commanders go offensive line. Steelers, we already know what I'm doing with that. I mean, does Joey Porter Jr. to the Steelers not make sense? I could see it. Tampa Bay. Ooh. Tampa needs a QB bad, but I think they go with Baker Mayfield for at least 1 year. I mean, and if Baker doesn't win the starting job over Kyle Trask, something's wrong. But here's the thing. Like, they need offensive line. I don't really see why they need tight end. They still got Cameron Bright. They need O-line. They need defensive help. They need a safety. Honestly? Oh, wait. No, Lions. I skipped one. Lions need defensive line or a wide receiver. Honestly? Honestly, I think they could go wide receiver right here. Maybe. Well, the only thing that's being known for the Commanders right now is Dan Snyder selling the team. I expect some of their moves to kind of pick up after the draft. Yeah, they do, but the tight end class is deep. And like I said, this is only my first revision of the mock draft. I may do another version down the road. But yeah, I'll probably take that into mind. As for Tampa Bay, I think they go D-line. If Breesy is still on the board, I think they take a chance on him. Okay, and then this is where it gets interesting because Seattle, they've got their second pick of the draft. Okay, yeah, I had them taking Tyree Wilson first pick. Edge rusher out of Texas Tech. You know the weird part about Wilson? He's a really good player, but the rest of Texas Tech's defense was just not good. But if you guys seeing what I saw with the Big 12, the Big 12 has never been a defense-first league. That's the SEC. Well, actually, I say SEC, but Big 10's getting up there. So the glaring needs are still there. Offensive line or defensive line? I mean, they could go edge. They could go line. Honestly, I think they go offensive line here just for some extra protection. Now we have the Dolphins, and it's gone. I couldn't resist. Yeah, they don't have a first round pick this year. So the Chargers. Chargers need defense back. They could go receiver as well. I doubt he's still on the board this low, but if he's still on the board, I could see them going with Gonzalez out of Oregon because they do need secondary help too. As for the Ravens, well, I'm personally still keeping an eye on the Lamar Jackson situation. I still think Lamar is going to be on his way out. And I think Lamar needs to be paid? Yes, but he's asking for way too much. It's Deshaun Watson's fault Lamar Jackson's asking for that much. Because Deshaun should have never been paid that much. The only reason he got paid that much is because Jimmy Haslam's a moron. Yeah, I'm aware of that, Kira, but they don't have a first-round pick. They had to forfeit it because of tampering rules. I think I could see the Ravens going for best available. They need defensive line help, and yeah, I honestly think they're probably going to go for best available. Vikings. So I could see them needing a receiver. I mean, you still got Justin Jefferson, but you did have to cut Adam Thielen for cap casualties. They need defensive help bad. I do think they go defense. Just because. But if they go defense, do they go best available? Well, they need. My thing is, do they go secondary or do they go defensive line? I could see them honestly going secondary. Jaguars. So I know they need defensive help, but I think they gotta address the offensive line. Because it was improved this year, but I feel like they do need to take another step. But do they take a chance on one of these guys? Or could they go defense? Oh wow. I forgot the guy that played for Army declared for the NFL draft. Yeah, I read somewhere he's looking to be the highest drafted edge rusher. Really, Kira? Because about a few months ago, I have it on good authority you was saying they were going to have to trade him, and I think you might have actually called that because he's asking for too much, but like I said, it's Deshaun Watson's fault he's asking for that much because Watson should have never been paid that much. Yeah, it's because of Watson. He literally reset the quarterback market when it should have never been reset. And that's no cap either. I think they go offensive line. Giants. Honestly, Giants gotta go receiver here. And people are talking high on Jordan Addison. The Giants would actually probably be a perfect landing spot for him. Why some people got him going top 10, I don't know. I don't personally see him going that high. Cowboys. I think it's not a need, but I think Cowboys gotta go tight end. And this is where I honestly think Dalton Kincaid comes off the board. Because if you think they don't really have a tight end, and that would honestly probably be a really safe pick for them right now. Bills. That's kind of, so they do need secondary help. I mean, if he's still on the board, this kind of would be an ideal spot for Branch. Bengals. They gotta go. They're like the Cowboys. I think they go tight end, and a lot of people have talked about either Dalton Kincaid or Michael Meyer could go there. I think Meyer goes off the board here. But like I said, ever since CJ Uzomah left for the Jets, they just have not had tight end help. Saints. Ooh. What do they go with here? They need offensive line. They need secondary. They need defensive line. This is a tough one. Because some of these guys I don't really know a lot about. I think they could go defense. If they go D-line, I could see them going with this Uzama guy out of Kansas State. I've seen some of his tape. Yep. Saw more of Kansas State than I wanted to. Because this is the one team OU could never beat. Wait, Hayden Hurst was with the Bengals last year, right? Oh yeah, I guess he won. Yeah, well, like I said, that's why I think either they go with Meyer out of Notre Dame or Kincaid out of Utah. And apparently, the tight end class is apparently very deep in this draft class. Eagles, okay. This is where I think they take Bijan if he's still there. But I do not see him going top 10. If he goes top 10, then you know you're going to have to pay him a shitload of money. And then the Chiefs. Chiefs have actually done good developing receivers, and I would not be shocked if they go wide out right here and take Zay Jones. Okay. Wait, hold up. Hold up, I'm just gonna save this real quick. Alright. So that's pretty much what we've went with, honestly. This is the first one we've went with so far. So my top 10 consisted of Stroud, Young, Anderson, Richardson, Wilson, Cansey, Levis, Carter, Witherspoon, and Skoronski. Now I see really the only reason I didn't have Bijan going 10, because like I said, the Eagles' offensive line's not getting any younger. I also could have had Skoronski going either the Bears or the Titans. Personally, I think either of those three spots will work good for him. Because, like I said, the Bears and the Titans need offensive line. But yeah, I don't know. Some of these picks I kind of thought through a little bit. A couple of these I feel like they could have went with best available player. If we're being completely honest. But yeah. We'll look at full results. Okay, I do want to do a mock for the teams that don't have a first round pick. Yeah, except this time we're only going to do the teams that did not have a first round pick, which is the Rams, Dolphins, Broncos, Browns, and Niners. Brandon Perna and Tom Grossi did something like this. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see what I have to do. Honestly, the Jaguars will probably win that division again. They're kind of quietly putting together a good roster. Alright. Alright, so we'll do the teams that didn't have a first round pick. So the Rams, they could go offensive line. They need a running back. They need a defense. They need secondary help. Like I said, he's got the coaching staff to get him there. Because, like I said, Urban Meyer was not it. He was not it. I could see the Rams actually going deep offensive line. And I feel like they go best available offensive line. Dolphins. I think they could go tight end right here. Wow. Some of these guys I've never even heard of. I guess, Musgrave out of Oregon State wasn't bad. Okay. I guess we'll go with Broncos, Browns, Niners. Even though I am usually not great at picking this far in the draft. Okay. Browns need... Okay, that's kind of surprising. All they need are defensive line help. And they got that pick acquired from the Jets. I'm just kind of going out of the blue here. Oh, wait. That was Broncos? Well, Broncos need D-line help anyway. Oh, no, Broncos have 2 back-to-back picks. He was a good college coach, but he's a terrible NFL coach. See the Broncos going corner. Like I said, I'm just going random because this is the 3rd round. Oh wow, Browns had 2 picks. I guess maybe that I just don't know who they would pick at that spot. Because like I said, pretty much all bets are off in the 3rd round. I guess they could make a depth pick here, maybe. Niners. Wait. That's a name for a player I've never seen before. Tank Bigsby. Like for Auburn. Never heard of the guy though, but that is a badass name. I could see them taking offensive line just for depth. Probably anybody. Oh, I didn't realize how many picks they had there. Yeah. I'm just gonna put a random one. Like I said, it's so hard to think about who goes in this third round. It's just, wow. Oh. Yeah, I really didn't know who to plug in there, if we're being quite honest. Uh, Kira, I don't even know. Kira, I don't even more or less care for that series, honestly. I'm really not even keeping up with the playoffs right now because my team did. Well, I knew my team wasn't gonna make it past the play-in. Yeah, they beat the Pelicans, but that was an aberration. They didn't have the big man. They did not have the big man to guard Gobert or Cat, which I'm really hoping they either address that in the. Well, actually, no, they'll have to do it in the trades. It's not a very good big man draft again. Which they've got all those first round picks. They could bundle them up and trade for someone. I'm sure you have. I don't even have cable. I had Hulu Live TV, but I let that go as much as I'm out of the house. I don't really have time to watch it. Wow. Just wow. I do actually want to look at some. I actually do want to look at the one thing that's become a meme right now. And honestly, I feel like wherever Anthony Richardson gets drafted, if I can find this. Okay, wait. Okay, you guys in the chat probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Honestly, if I do my reaction stream to the draft like I want to, I might have to play that clip if he gets selected. I mean, that's too funny not to bring up. Where he hits the roof during his pro day at Florida. If that were Will Levis, it'd probably definitely hit the roof because I'd say his arm's about like his, but I'd say Will Levis is an even more raw prospect. Okay, here we go. I think I found something right here. Wait, when was this article put out? Oh, wait, no, that article was put out way back. I mean, if we're being honest, I could see why they'd make the argument for Bryce Young here. I mean, you think he's a good fit schematic wise, but like, I mean, he's got good mobility, but the fact of the matter is, like I said, he weighed in at 204 pounds at the combine, and he's like 5'11", and he doesn't have a league arm strength. Richardson is a top. Kira, you're asking me about people I've never even heard of. Don't ask me about people I've never even heard of. Richardson is a top. Say it once, I'll say it again. Richardson's gonna have to develop because, like Will Levis, he's gonna have a year to sit behind somebody. Which, if he goes to the Raiders or the Colts, he'll be in that situation where he can sit behind someone. Obviously, the Colts would be Gardner Minshew, Raiders would be Jimmy Garoppolo. No. That's the thing. It's like Steph Curry's one of the most likable people in the league. The fact of the matter is he's playing for the league's most hated team, and he's got Draymond as a teammate. That's why he gets a little bit of flack there. I mean, see, even they agree right here. Young's got a lower ceiling than Stroud and Richardson. I don't know. I I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's Stroud, Young, or bust. If they take anything that's not those two is gonna be a shocker because I just don't see Richardson going to Carolina. I mean, could he be a fit scheme wise? Maybe, but I feel like C.J. Stroud is the safest pick. And like I said, if Richardson or Levis were to go to the Panthers, they'd have to start immediately. And I do not have either of those two going to Carolina. I mean, like I said, Stroud or Young, those two are probably going to Carolina and Houston, respectively. Darnell Washington. I thought, thought Darnell. I thought that was one of the offensive linemen I looked at. I still got that picture I can pull up real quick. Oh no, that's Darnell Wright I'm thinking of. That was an offensive lineman. And I had him going to the Jets, barring something crazy with the whole Aaron Rodgers uh, thing. Yeah. The only way I see Andy Dalton starting is if Frank Reich really wants to go that route of letting one of them sit for a year. But I just don't see it because Andy Dalton's washed. We'll say this though, I do I am going to do a couple trades here real quick, so... Well, if I could go back with the... Okay, so... Say, for example, you have... Well, I'd say the Colts could move up, but the best they could move up is to number 3. Because I do not see Houston or Carolina wanting to move down from the top 2 spots. What I could see happening, I could see the Raiders trading up with Arizona, maybe. Okay, I could see that. Maybe the Raiders trading up with the Cardinals. Maybe. That could be one I could see. And then, like, okay, I can go. I could possibly see. And then, like I said, I'd watch the Aaron Rodgers situation because I would not be shocked if it all happens before the draft. So, say we have that. Okay, say we have that happen, in which the Jets have to trade their first round pick to get Aaron Rodgers and maybe a second. I could honestly see that maybe. So then that would mean the Packers would have 2 first round picks to play with. Now, here is one of my more underrated moves I could see. And I doubt it happens, but I could maybe see if Tennessee really wants to go after Skronsky out of Northwestern like I think they could, I could possibly see them trading up with Atlanta and maybe Atlanta wanting to trade back. That could be a possibility right there. And the Steelers, I could possibly see them wanting to trade up if they want to get Joey Porter, but I don't know. Would Joey Porter even be worth trading up for, though? That's what I want to know. I don't know. I'm putting way too much thought into this because I'm just really not sure. I mean, like I said, if Tennessee moves up, I could see them doing it to get Skronsky, who I think is probably the best offensive lineman in this draft. Obviously, I'd watch the Aaron Rodgers situation because never know. The Jets might have to give up their first to get him, but I really don't see that. Raiders, I think, could trade up. My only question is, would Arizona want to do it? Whew. That's about all I really got right now. So, okay, yeah, that's about all I got, and I think I'm probably going to end the stream. Well, I actually probably need to live stream a lot more, but I've been pretty busy. Actually, probably going to be busy this week. I do plan to stream my reaction to the NFL draft, but only problem is I do not know if I'm going to be home that week. Not sure.
You are a factory of sadness!
Okay, that was just completely random. I just had to play that out of yeah. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try to have some videos going up soon. And yeah, that's about it. I've resumed work on my machinimas. I do got a couple short ones I'm working on right now. Clickbait House, I said I'm writing a new episode, but as of that's which I still am, but I've got a couple smaller projects I'm working on. I do got some Resident Evil Mercenaries vids I still have that I need to get up. But yeah, that's about it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Keep an eye on the Discord and the community tab.